Bardstown police officer Tony Satterly remains on paid administrative leave pending a Kentucky State Police investigation, but officials are not disclosing details of the investigation. Kentucky State Police Trooper Jeff Gregory, a spokesman for Post 4 in Elizabethtown, confirmed the investigation today. Gregory did not provide specifics, but said KSP's Drug Enforcement Special Investigation Unit, based in Bowling Green, is handling the investigation. Several theories as to why Satterly has been placed on paid administrative leave has circulated throughout the community over the past 36 hours, with some people implicating Satterly for being investigated for various crimes. Satterly's lawyer, Keith Sparks, released a statement late last night addressing the situation. Tony is aware of the investigation and has been cooperating for several weeks, the statement read. He has been honest and has nothing to hide. The internet gossip is completely off base. This is primarily an investigation into a personal matter. Today, we sat down for several minutes to discuss the investigation and the rumor mill it has created with Bardstown Police Chief Rick McCubbin.
Police Chief Rick McCubbin, Bardstown City Police, and tell us what you can tell us about Officer Satterly.
He is under an internal affairs investigation. KSP is assisting us on a portion of the investigation, and because it is ongoing, like any investigation, there's not a lot we can say at this point. I will say that by the end of next week, we intend and hope that this case will be wrapped up, and we'll move forward with whatever comes out of the final investigation. I will say, and I can confirm, this has absolutely nothing to do with the Jason Ellis case.
Okay, and on that point, a lot of people making a lot of assumptions as soon as they hear Bardstown police officer under investigation. What do you say to all those allegations that just come forth?
Really, I'd like to sit with the person that created it first, that got it started. Where on earth would that come from? We still operate every day as a police department, and things are going to happen. And because one of our officers is being investigated for an issue, it doesn't mean that it has anything to do with Ellis. And we just can't have that uneducated mentality of some people to spread things like that. That's not fair to the investigation of the officer or of the Jason Ellis case. Two totally separate issues.
Officer Satterly, I know, had it might not even be connected to all of this, but I know he had a case back in December where he tracked down a guy and the guy kicked him. Was he off for any portion of time because of his injury on that?
He did get injured in the line of duty, making an arrest, yes, and he was off due to that injury.
Okay.
And it just timing of the internal affairs investigation that we're looking at.
Okay, you brought up the fact that some people say why didn't you bring this out? Why was this not public record at the very beginning?
Right. Well, anytime there's an investigation, it's not public record, and the situation with our officer is like any other investigation we do. We're currently investigating people for alleged incidents, and the public does not hear about that until there's an outcome. They're cleared, they are indicted, they're arrested. There are several outcomes that make an investigation public record. And so we would have no reason to tell people we're investigating one of our officers. We don't make it public to tell anyone in the community, hey, we're investigating your neighbor for burglary or child porn. That's just not the way investigations are run. Investigations are just that. They're investigations, and when there is a point of either adjudication to some degree, that's when it's public record. So we had no reason to tell anyone on an internal affairs type investigation. Now, once it is closed, there may be things that come out of it that will be public record, and we'll certainly address that. I'm very transparent. I believe in that, and when that time comes, we will address any questions that anyone in the community has.
Okay, and to go back just a few minutes, you were talking about, we discussed the social media thing and how rumors got started, but you also mentioned about how far this was reaching and why you made this post.
Yeah, it's like all of a sudden, yesterday was a quiet day for the most part. Then all of the sudden, word was out that everything from I was going to be killed, that I was taken into protective custody by the FBI, that I had been arrested, that apparently Officer Satterly had been implicated in crimes that he didn't. It just got absolutely stupid, is the only thing I can put to it. And the calls were coming in from friends of ours out in the state. Other police officers, other family and friends were calling our people saying, hey, what's going on in Bardstown? We hear the FBI's there, and idiotic stuff. So we have the ability to use our social media, Facebook. We have over 10,000 people that follow our Facebook page. And though I went in kicking, thinking we don't need it, I understand now that that's just the way we communicate with people. And we wanted to get word out there that wherever these rumors are coming from, they are absolutely false, have nothing to do with Officer Satterly and that case. I felt that it was unfair that Officer Satterly was being targeted in this fashion as a police officer. You know, he's being investigated. We have confirmed that. But it is not fair to him that members of his own community were trying to implicate him in a crime he didn't commit and we have nothing to do with. It got to a point it was rather sad, I guess. I don't know, funny on one hand, but extremely sad on the other, because you have to wonder, where do these uneducated folks come from that not only hear it, we can understand that, but get to a point where they believe it and that they would continue to spread it. I think that's the part that's the most troubling. I don't understand that, but we wanted to remain transparent, get it out there like we do everything. More will come, but at this point we're not in a position, but more will come, as in any body or any investigation we do.
As to the injury referenced in the interview, on December the 21st, Satterly was involved in a vehicle and foot chase that ended in a fight with David Lydian, age 33. During the struggle, Satterly's tooth was chipped. Lydian was indicted by a grand jury on February 19th on several charges stemming from that incident. Satterly has been with the Bardstown Police Department since 1998. He was named Officer of the Year in 2009.